Welcome to my Beauty Supply Slay series. My name is Wynne. I'm a content creator who specializes in showing you guys how to get salon quality hair at home. In each episode, I'll show you a new hairstyle that you can achieve using hair from your local beauty supply store. I believe that every girl should be able to slay their own hair in a pinch and on a budget. And with my tips, tricks, and product recommendations, you'll be ready in no time. Okay, so the hair we're using today is this pre-fluffed water popping twist hair. It's 28 inches and I have it in the color 1B and the color number 4. It's basically pre-fluffed water wave hair, so because it's pre-fluffed, it saves you so much time. You don't really have to prep the hair. It's also pre-sectioned, so it's super convenient, cuts off a lot of time when you're doing styling, and I'm gonna use it today to do a faux lock look. Yes, honey, we're doing faux locks, but in order for me to be able to really show you guys my techniques, I decided to use a model today. It's a lot harder to show you guys what I'm doing on myself than it is for me to show you on a model. So I have my lovely model Tari here, and we're gonna install some really pretty, like, subtle ombre locks with a cute little heart side part situation, honey. So let's get into it. So to start off, I'm already parting out a section of her hair. I'm not doing my traditional box parts. I'm actually going in and doing more of like an oval semicircle part. I feel like this particular parting gives you the most natural look, and I think it also will complement the heart because it's like kind of curvy as opposed to contrasting the square parts with the curvature of a heart. To start off, once I have her hair parted, I'm going around and adding a bit of edge control to the part just to make sure it's really crisp, and then I'm taking one strand of the number 4 hair and I'm braiding that into each section. It's really important that you braid in the color that's going to be at the bottom if you're doing ombre. That way, once you wrap it up at the bottom, it'll be the right color to blend in. Always braid in the color that you want to be at the bottom of the hair as the base, and it just works out a lot better. So now that I have this first row section out, I'm gonna go in with my crochet hook and I'm gonna crochet a piece of the 1B hair through the root of her lock. And I'm kind of overlapping it about 6 to 8 inches. Taking the shorter section, I'm fluffing it out a little bit, and then I'm wrapping it not the way that's most comfortable for me. I'm wrapping it the opposite direction. This adds a bit of stability to the lock, and it also adds a lot of volume and texture, which I really like. Now with the long part, I'm taking that and I'm wrapping that really loosely in the direction that's most comfortable for me. And it almost creates like a knot at the base where your locks are not gonna slip out. I swear by crocheting whatever hair you're using for your locks through the base of your braid, I feel like the locks last a lot longer and they're a bit more difficult to take out, but I mean, hey, depending on how long you wanna wear your locks, I definitely suggest it. So once I get a bit further down the lock and I start to run out of the black hair, I'm taking a piece of that number 4 hair and I'm overlapping it about 6 inches. And then I'm wrapping the black and the brown hair at the same time. We'll just say color 1 and color B in case you're using different colors, but yeah. I'm wrapping color 1 and color B together, and then I'm putting color 1 with the rest of the hair and then continuing to wrap with the second color. Once I get the lock to the length that I want it, I wrap everything straight back up until there's nothing left. I don't use any glue or a lighter, and that's how I get the locks. So I went ahead and finished most of her hair so that I can show you guys how I do the heart part on the side. I think this is super duper cute. I've been seeing the heart part braids like everywhere, so I figured why not throw it on some locks. And I love a deep side part on my locks, so I was like, okay, a cute little heart part on the side with a deep side part is gonna be giving all the things. So to create the base of my heart, I'm parting out her edges in a like diagonal line to create the base V of the heart. And again, I'm using some edge control to keep those parts really, really crisp. And then once I have the base of the V, I kind of clip all of the extra hair out of the way, and then I start to work on the 2 arches up top to get a cute little heart part, honey. I was a little bit nervous about it, but honestly, it wasn't super hard. I would say it's a lot easier to do it on another person. I don't think I would be able to do it on myself, but if you had someone to part it out for you, show them this tutorial, have them part the heart out for you, and then you do the lock, you'll be fine. And I'm really taking my time and getting those curves right until I'm happy with it. And then I'm taking a little bit of edge control and just smoothing everything to the center. And then I'm installing this lock the same way I did the rest of them. I'm braiding in the number 4 hair, which is going to be at the bottom of the lock, making sure to keep the part as crisp as possible. You don't want to grab hair outside of the part on accident, so really clip everything else out of the way. And then I'm breaking up that shorter section to create 3 strands and braid everything together. I hope that makes sense. You don't really have to attach the hair this way. You can attach it with a twist. You can attach it any way you can. You can use a rubber band method, whatever is easiest for you. But this is what I did just to give her the strongest base as possible. That braid ain't going nowhere, honey. And once I have that done, I'm crocheting a piece of the 1B hair through with about 8 inches overlapped, and I'm wrapping it the opposite direction of what's most comfortable for me. So for me, that's wrapping it to the left, creating some texture, getting things going. And then I'm taking that longer strand and I'm wrapping it a couple of times around the base to get everything nice and tight. And then I'm wrapping it going down the lock relatively loosely. You don't want it to be too perfect or you won't have enough texture, but you don't want it to be too loose or it won't stay together. A nice rule of thumb is to just kind of lay the hair over the base. You don't want to tug on it too much, and it'll also change the size of your lock. So if you use the exact same amount of hair but a bit more pressure, you'll get a smaller lock. And as you can see, I added in the number 4 hair, and I'm just continuing to wrap down until the hair is the length that I want. And then I wrap back up the lock until there's no more hair left, no lighters, no glue, none of that. It's super easy. You can see that ombre looks so nice and natural. It's given very much sun-kissed. I went ahead and finished the rest of the locks and added some baby hair, and this is the finished look. I hope that you guys really like it. I'm kind of obsessed. I wish I could do this on myself, and I love you guys so much. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye, babes.